Okay, we have all been reading all three texts. This be the verse, Clara's Day, and the Naked Generation. And on behalf of that,
based on that, we'll start by making a mind map on our blackboard here.
Yes, because all three text themes is identity. So when you hear the word identity, what comes to your mind? Sadie?
Youngsters.
Youngsters.
Yes.
Why do you say that? Why do you say youngsters?
Because when you are a youngster, that is where you form your identity and you find out who you are.
Great. Okay.
Others?
Sofie?
How you look?
Your looks. Okay. Anyone else? Martin?
How you behave?
Your behavior?
Yes.
And Cecilia?
What kind of music you like to listen to?
Okay, music. Or we could say interests.
Yeah.
Music and interest. And Emma?
Friends and family.
Friends and family. And Emma?
Sadie?
The media.
Do you have any others? Okay.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, now we have some different words, and now we will talk a little about the messages in the different texts. And in the first text, this be the verse, the message, as it says in the last line, is don't have any kids yourself. And Philip Larkin, who wrote the text, says this because for every generation we get through, we just fuck people more and more up. And we will just keep on handing our misery to the next generation, and therefore we shouldn't have any kids. In Clara's Day, which is the second text, the message is that children's actions are an outcome of their parents' actions. So therefore we should be careful around our kids, we should acknowledge them and love them. In the third text, Welcome to the Naked Generation, the message is that the new and naked generation would rather be famous for something bad than don't be famous at all. And this is an outcome of the development that has happened through the last couple of years. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now you just said what all three texts was about. So now you have to say what you think, how you can connect all the three texts together, and what the key between the three texts is.
What is the main theme of?
Yes.
How we link them together. You can use some of our keywords.
I believe it's they are all based on what you teach your children and how you affect them.
Can you give an example from each?
Like in this be the verse, they say they fuck you up, your mom and dad. And Clara's Day, it's a little more. It's not so
abstract.
It's a little more abstract. But when Clara, when they receive the note that he has been naked in the school, the mother just laughs, and I believe that Clara was looking for a different reaction.
So we could say family is one of the things linking the different texts together.
And your behavior.
Your behavior also. Where?
Up there.
Okay. Cecilia?
It's also about role modeling and that parenting.
So we could put parenting on too.
Bad parenting.
Bad parenting, okay.
But doesn't good parenting also affect how you?
Well, yes, of course, but not in a bad direction, because they have all problems and things in their life that they are transferring into their kids' life, right?
Exactly. Yes. So we could say that the older generations, the younger generations' actions are an outcome of the older generations.
Precisely.
Okay.
Yes.
And the key to not fuck up your children and the next generation is to understand them.
Great. Perfect.
Yes, and now we'd like to compare the naked generation with the past generations. In the past generations, it was only a good thing to be famous for something good, and now it doesn't matter what you're famous for as long as you're famous. An example is X Factor. where people sing for fame, and the one winning isn't necessarily the one who is the best singer, but the one with the biggest fan scare.
In the past generations, children's biggest idols were their parents. And they were role models for them, and they loved them very much. In the naked generation, the children doesn't look at the parents in the same way. They don't appreciate their work, or their attention, or their love in the same way. In the older days, people went in their parents' footsteps, and now it's become a good thing to go in the complete opposite direction of your parents. But even though the teenagers in the naked generation doesn't want to, they mostly end up more or less like their parents. Anyway.
Yes. Since you now, like, you can look at your parents, see how their generation is, and when you look at our generation, how do you then think our next generation will be like? How do you think it will behave? Will they be more like that, or will they be better? What do you think?
I would say that if you think about what these things, and if you have in mind that you don't want to fuck your children up, then it's not going to be fucked up.
Okay.
Because maybe our generation is fucked up because, like I said before, the parents doesn't understand them, and maybe they doesn't care as much around their kids as parents used to do.
But do you think this will be like general, like all of our younger generation? Will we think, all of us, think about how our kids is and don't fuck them up? Or do you actually think that every one of us, like our next generation, will be better than us?
I don't know. I hope it will be better, but of course there's always someone who's falling beside the rest. But I don't know.
But you say that we will begin being more and more aware of that there is a problem, and maybe through the media we could express that there is a problem and we need to do something about it. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, I think at some point the next generation will be better because you'll learn from past mistakes.
Yeah, so you think that we'll be better parents than the generation before us?
Maybe, because we are aware of how we affect our children from the media and from, so.
So do you all agree, or is there someone who think that it's just going to get any worse? That it's going to get even worse?
I think it's a very hard question to answer because, of course, we don't know what's coming in the future. But it depends on us and on yourself, like how you are going to raise your kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, through the media we could like get this message out, like talk to kid and stuff like that. Be a better parent, and maybe it would be a better generation.
And also our generation slowly begin getting aware of there is a problem, and maybe through education or through the media we could like start to teach people there is a problem, and you need to like teach them about parenting, make parenting like a what do you call it, like
a theme in the school.
Yeah, theme in the school as subject, so people learn how to parent in a young age.
Yes. I don't know if that's such a good idea, but that is definitely an idea.
Okay.
Will be almost the last
Yes.
word?
Yes, that's all we have.
That's it.